Free the Nipple. So, what is Free the Nipple? Well, it's a campaign for body equality, and more in depth, it's basically a campaign that's focused on the empowerment of women and also equality as well. And the importance of like Free the Nipple in general is to understand that the nipple is not just like something to be like obscene or anything. It's just a nipple, like as well as a male's nipples. And also for Free the Nipple, females should also have a right to their own body and their like what they say for themselves. Like that's what like autonomy is, and like how it goes into Free the Nipple as well. Because basically, Free the Nipple is about having rights to one's body. Though like the downside of Free the Nipple that it does face is sexual harassment, and that ties in how if a female were to be or let's say if they were braless or topless, it's like it allows them to be sexually harassed, which is wrong, and should like bring awareness to that. And okay, so where is it acceptable to be topless? Well, in the U.S., there is places to be topless. In this map I'll show you from gotopless.org. The green is basically where it's supposed to be, like topless freedom is allowed there. Although it's kind of a misrepresentation of like it, because if a woman were to be topless in the green states, they could still get in trouble, and basically the law isn't enforced in these states. And so, yes, it does, like these are like where topless laws are, like where you can be topless, like topless freedom, but it's not necessarily where it can actually be. And one time in the campaign, they had done, they ran through the streets of New York, and they were topless, and they were trying to promote like what the movement is, and by doing that, by getting people's attention. And as you can see here, New York is green. But police officers actually came and stopped the woman and put them in jail. But they had a lawyer that was able to get them out, but still for bail. And since it is a law, it shouldn't have been like that. So censorship for Free the Nipple. And social media, we see a lot. Facebook is an example, and so is Instagram. Instagram, females are not allowed to like show like nudity on there because it's seen as like it's not right, and it's like obscure, or is the correct word. And for males, it's okay. And here's a picture of Will Smith, who was doing a photo shoot, but like promoting Free the Nipple, and she's wearing a shirt, and she got like a lot of like comments about it when all she was doing is just promoting what this is, and people were saying how she shouldn't have been doing that. And it's like weird to think about, because males like do like for example commercials on TV. Males do these ads that they're topless, or like the Old Spice commercials how they're on a horse, and like there's like a double standard right there that they face, or Free the Nipple faces. So what is the difference between male nipples and female nipples is that in this next picture from Science Daily, is that male nipples lack the lobules that produce the milk, which are the mammary glands, and females' boobs are much larger than a male's breasts. And some things that we do have, or females have in common with the male breast, is that they have lymph nodes, and nipple, of course, their areola, and then when we go inside of the chest, they have a chest wall, fatty tissue. They both have ducts, and for males they have ducts, and it allows them to excrete stuff out of their nipple as well, but not what a female can do. And females, like all it is to do is that is to breastfeed basically, and that's what the main difference is. And in some cases a male can, but it's primarily a female job. So why are females' breasts sexualized? Well, in the past, females have been seen as property and have been objectified throughout history, and basically people have hypersexualized like females' bodies and their breasts, and made them like into this like object, whereas females are people and should not be sexualized and shouldn't link nudity or females or being topless to like sex. So how does free the nipple relate to feminism? Well, feminism is about like an advocacy for women's rights and just to basically be equal to men. And free the nipple is just wanting the same things, to be topless as men are. Because in the 1930s, it was like socially accepted for men to be topless, whereas females have still been fighting to be socially accepted and have this like construct all like it's all like the same. And it's also like female nipples shouldn't. It's like also about like free nipples about desexualizing the nipple as well. So why you should support free the nipple? Well, it's women's body should not be sexualized without their consent because it's a woman's body, and as I said before, women have rights to their bodies. And in society, they shouldn't have the power to control how a woman feels about her body and should be able to express herself and be able to feel comfortable in her own skin. And that's where bodily freedom comes in, where women deserve the same freedom as men and should be able to feel as well, as good as men do in their bodies, and should